Okay, sorry for the technical difficulties. We were trying to work on.
I forgot to delete some videos.
Yeah, she forgot to delete
on our other camera. I was like, uh-oh. Videotaped a Christmas cantata for a friend at a church Sunday night to make a DVD for her. And I forgot to, after I loaded it to the computer, I forgot to delete it off the camera. Alright.
I was going to do another follow-up story here for an attack in northern China. This time, the police actually attacked one of the mega churches. This church holds about 50,000 people. And it's an 8-story golden lamp church in Linfen. In September, 400 police and hired hooligans attacked the church. They smashed the doors, windows, took computers, Bibles, and church funds. We're actually going to try and play an audio clip for you, and we'll see if this works.
Police in northern China attacked a Christian megachurch and jailed its pastors. About 50,000 Chinese Christians worship at the 8-story Golden Lamp Church in Linfen. In September, 400 police and hired hooligans attacked the church. They smashed doors and windows, took computers and Bibles, as well as church funds. Several church members went to the hospital with serious injuries.
You know, there's similar stories to that here, even in America, where, and we're going to cover one tonight, but to get your mindset correctly, when a man is not finished when he is defeated. He is finished when he quits. Galatians 6:9. Let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we will reap if we faint not. If we can take an example of those in China and even Canada, you can't even openly talk about, well, homosexuality is a sin. You can't say, you know, in the school here in America, and even worse in Canada, you can't even wear a Christian t-shirt. And you guys know that one of my ministry partners is Redeemer Wear Apparel, and I probably wear that anywhere. Church, school, concert, and people like it. But in other countries and in other cultures and places, you can be arrested for this stuff. You can go to jail. You can have a record just for having something about God and about focusing in on the things beyond, you know, who we are and what we're about. I want you guys to understand today that this is coming for America. It's not some crazy old bearded guy that, you know, lives in the backwoods who doesn't talk to anyone. This isn't something, you know, that your great-grandmother talked about that may have happened. This stuff is already happening. I mean, I could send you link after link from persecution.com, Voice of the Martyrs, of stuff that's happening in just about every country, every society where people can't stand up for their faith. And it's sad that, you know, different people in different places can talk about, well, you can talk about this religion and it's okay, but you can't talk about Christianity anymore. You know, you can go to school and teach your kids about penguins, male penguins having sex, and now we're finding out about GLSEN talking about even more crazy things for little kids and stuff, and they're graphically telling them, okay, here's how you have sex, here's how you do this, you know, but if you want to talk about God, you can't. And when we share you the story later about a 6-year-old...
No, 8.
Oh, he's 8?
Yeah.
Second grade? Actually, we're going to transition to probably that here in a few minutes, because this is going to be a short clip if I do. But, how much time we have? You want to just go ahead with it?
Let's start it.
Okay, well, the story we're talking about... Now, I want you to get your mindset. What were you doing in 2nd grade? Now, I know some of you guys out there, it's probably really traumatic about your 2nd grade. I remember I had to repeat the 2nd grade, and I ended up fighting for it and everything. But long story short, 2nd grade is probably one of the first grades that you may still remember. You know, you went to you started probably going to more than one class. You had a homeroom.
No, second grade.
That's where I started. At first grade, I didn't start going to more than one class. It was my second grade year. This is me personally.
I never went. No.
Oh, I don't know about Ohio. Based on my position about Ohio, I mean, every state's different. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let Miranda start covering about what she found out.
You can find this on our Eternal Flame News if Jeremy wants to type that in. He can type that in real quick. eternalflamenews.blogspot.com. We found this from the Associated Press in Taunton, Massachusetts. A Taunton man says his 8-year-old son was sent home from school and ordered to undergo psychological evaluation after he drew a stick figure of Jesus on the cross. The man told the Taunton Daily Gazette his second grader made the drawing after his teacher asked children to sketch something that reminded them of Christmas. He said the teacher at the Maxham Elementary School thought the drawing was too violent. And the father, who has asked that his name not be used, said the family had recently seen a Christmas display at a religious shrine. The superintendent of the school, Julie Hackett, said she could not discuss any individual student, and the school had followed proper protocol. Tony Saunders, an educational consultant working with the family, said the teacher was alarmed because the boy drew X's in the eyes of Jesus. Well, Jesus was crucified, and he did die. And when you're a second grader, when you're a little kid, and, you know, I can't imagine, you know, if drawing X's on the eyes of Jesus because he died is so violent, then why aren't we taking these movies off the market for kids? Why aren't we taking these video games off the market for kids? And trying to harder to stop the violence that is occurring every day in our schools. Every day children are being beaten. Every day children are being threatened by violence. But a stick figure of Jesus on the cross is too violent for our schools. This is the response. I shared this with our neighbor just a few hours before the show started, and then we'll take a break. My response was,
You got a minute.
Oh, well, we only have a minute, so let's take a break, and we'll come back with JMC Ministries' response to this article. Can you, will you get up and do that real quick?